Ủa, thiếu một cái đĩa.
Ê, chưa có được ăn nha.
Đừng có xếp cái đôi đũa như vậy.
Trái táo này thúi rồi. Rina, mày mua hả?
Rồi cái đĩa rau củ đâu?
Hi, Grandpa. I brought you a bowl of rice and an egg. I didn't really have anything in my kitchen, so this was what I made. I hope you enjoy it wherever you are. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it at the hospital, but maybe it was for the best. I know I didn't get to see your face, but I heard you are all like, bleh! I'm sorry, Grandpa.
I'll do my best in school and work, so don't worry about Mom or me. Emmeline, do you have anything to say?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
That's for marriages.
Why do we have food out then?
If you listen to what your mom said, it's so that Grandpa can have food in the afterlife.
But he can't eat it.
It's not about whether he can eat it or not. It's about your heart.
But I don't want to wear a headband or bring food. I just want to be able to grieve. Does it make me a bad person if I don't feel sad about Grandpa dying? Not that I don't, I do. It's just that, well, he lost his memory when I was a kid. Before he wasn't here, but now he's really not here. He didn't even know who I was when he was alive.
You don't need to know someone to love them. But love takes work. If you don't care for someone, how can you love them?
Hello? Who's this? Aunt Mai? Aren't you supposed to be at the funeral? Emergency? What's wrong?
I, Alvin Huynh, would like to leave my possessions to my family.
Emmeline.
It's your mom.
Emmeline, Tiffany, I need you to give the eulogy.
What? I thought Aunt Lena was doing it.
Oh, Alina fell in a grave. Which one of you can give the eulogy?
Give us a sec. Emmeline, you do the eulogy.
What? I don't want to do the eulogy.
You know my Vietnamese is bad.
Well, you know there's a U in eulogy.
And you don't want to do it because you don't know anything about Grandpa.
That's not true, and I'll show you. I can do the eulogy.
Great, Tiffany, you can take Aunt Lena to the hospital.
What? Aunt Mai.
No! Can't bury Aunt Lena with Grandpa.
For John, my set of toy cars?
Ba còn nhớ hồi ở Việt Nam, ông nội thích chơi xe hơi lắm. Cho đến khi mình sang Mỹ thì mới được lái xe hơi.
Ông nội không bao giờ để cho ai đụng đến đồ nghề vẽ của ông hết á. Ông nội có thể vẽ đủ thứ như là cây, cảnh, hoa, lá và chân dung. Bà còn nhớ hồi đó nhà mình đông người lắm. Khi Tết đến á, là cả nhà tụ họp để chơi bầu cua cá cọp. Ông nội đó luôn là người luôn thắng.
Ông nội là vua đầu bếp. Ông nội uống bia nhiều quá. Ông nội sắp lâu hơn vậy.
Grandpa had a big fat nose.
Okay, Ethan. Thank you for telling me that. For Emmeline?
Emmeline? It's getting close to the funeral. I was getting worried. What are you doing?
Dad gets a toy car, Aunt Rachel gets a painting, and all I get is a Buddhist statue. I'm not even Buddhist. Can you believe that? But I do know one thing. All suffering comes from attachment. That's one of the Buddha's greatest truths. It's not like it'll bring him back.
Hey, what are you doing? That's Grandpa's stuff.
I wasn't even close to him when he was alive. What's the point?
You know that Grandpa loved you.
Yeah, but I don't even know if I loved him. That's probably why I'm doing the eulogy, huh? But I thought maybe if I could find something, I could understand it too, but maybe I just don't care about Grandpa.
Don't say that.
Then what am I supposed to say? Everybody has a story about Grandpa. Everybody. And of course everyone loves him and wishes he was still here, but I don't feel like that. I don't know how to. I know Grandpa didn't remember me. But what if I don't remember him? But I do feel sad. And I do miss him, even if he didn't know me and I didn't remember him. Because if I don't, then how can I say we were even family?
Hey, Emmeline.
You don't have to force yourself to feel anything.
But what happens if I can't love him anymore?
Then you stop. And then it's all right. Hey, you want to burn Grandpa's stuff?
Burn his stuff?
Yeah.
Why?
If you listen to what your mom said, if we burn his stuff, he gets it in the afterlife. Don't you think Grandpa would want all his stuff?
It's all about the heart, huh? My name is Emmeline Huynh, and I'm here to give a eulogy about my grandpa. I may not have known my grandpa, but I do know that he had an impact on those around him. But we are more than the objects and items that we leave behind. We are the memories, the stories, the love that stays, even after we go. It reminds us that we were alive, that we are alive. It tells us that we are living eulogies, continuing on the memory of those around us. There are so many stories that I hear about my grandpa. I can't help but want to tell him stories about myself. Stories about our family, our lives. Stories that will make him as proud as I am of him.